Hey folks, I'm going to be doing a bit of Tales of Maj'eyal today. Let's see here. So, some person I don't know actually left a message on the channel saying, hey, maybe we should do some more. And I really do like Tome. It's probably one of my favorite games. I figure I'll give it another shot. Let's see here. Let's hit random a couple times. See what I end up with. Yeah, let's do Doombringer, and let's do Doom Elf Doombringer. No, I'll just go with Cornac. Can't go on Cornac. So what we're doing today, Doombringer is one of the classes added in the first DLC, Ashes of Urok. Doombringers are essentially like every heavy metal album cover made into a class in a video game. You use a giant two-handed weapon, you can turn yourself into a demon, you have a lot of on-hit abilities. It's relatively straightforward to play. From what I can tell, they're actually pretty decent right now, so yeah. Yeah, maining the Doombringer. We're going to put a point into Rush, because Rush is really good. We're going to put a point into Heart of Fire right away. What this does, so Incinerating Blows is the thing that lets me basically, not only am I always dealing fire damage spread over time, every time I attack, I have a chance of releasing a burst of fire. It kind of helps just passive AoE. If it's not on cooldown, it instead is Radius 3 and stuns, so I get this kind of free passive AoE stun. And Burning Sacrifice means that every time I kill an enemy, I will deal a melee attack against a random adjacent enemy and then trigger Incinerating Blows, ignoring the cooldown. So that's quite good as well. I'm going to toss another point into Incinerating Blows. We're going to take a look here. I don't... Oh. I mean, I'm going to have an extra category point. I'll go with Fear Fire. Nope, no, I'm not. I'm going to go with an Inscription. Cornacs come with an extra category point. You can buy things like extra inscription slots with that. Yep. Poignant Demonic Strength. I don't think Oppression's any good. I just don't think it's really any good. And the big thing, yeah, I don't think it's all that good. Or Poignant Demonic Strength. Why not? Hexes are definitely not good, at least that I have ever experienced. It's basically the daze isn't that effective. This isn't that effective. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm gonna do with my generic points. Probably gonna hope to get a tree. Couple points in strength, magic, boom. Okay, so same as last time, we are starting off on the demon area. Luckily, this time I'm not playing a Doom Elf, so I actually have some ability to... Oh, dang it. Heal myself, although if I keep taking fireballs to the face, it isn't really going to matter a ton. Oh, not enough stamina. Well. Punch, punch, punch. Now rest, get my stam back. Probably put a point into the free stamina tree here in a second. Now I leveled up. Combat Veteran, a little bit extra stamina a turn. It's not great, but at the same time, it's something. We'll see how much I need stam over time. I think, honestly, long term, it doesn't turn into a big deal, so. go around here. These guys shoot really slow beams to where you can basically just kind of weave back and forth and dodge them. Come on. And so I'll take a step back, down, hit that guy. Continuing to try to avoid as much as possible getting hit by the flame from those demons because it deals, not a ton of damage, but just good practice. Rush is on cooldown. My main attack, by the way, the one I'm using is Draining Assault. It deals life. I gain life equal to 13% of the damage dealt, and I hit him twice, and I gain some Vim. So Vim being my secondary stat, basically I'm not going to run out of Vim a whole lot on this character, unlike on Doombringer. So that's all good. Also having a little bit of self-heal built in is always great. No harm, no foul there. At the levels I've gotten a Doombringer 2, I've never found it to be overwhelmingly great heal. I mean, 13% of... Yeah, I'm getting like 4 healing. I've got 143 health. So it's not like I can just ignore all damage. But at the same time, it's, I mean, any little bit is nice, right? Put a point in there. Leveling it up increases the Vim I get, increases the life I gain, and increases the damage I do. And so those are all good things. Probably mentioned this before, I'm not great at this game. I mean, I really enjoy it, but I'm not very good at it. So you're all going to just bear with me as we go through this. Because worst case scenario, so I'm not very good. Nope. Just like that. Passive, passive, okay. The big trick on these games is just to avoid getting yourself into a situation where you are going to make a dumb move and get killed. So, yeah. I'm starting to realize one of the reasons that most live streamers have like all this other shit going on is that live streaming is kind of difficult. Or not difficult, but in terms of like keeping up some sort of commentary other than just being like quiet keyboard noises for an hour while you watch me play a video game. Get flamed. Oh, flame. A little too close. Hit him. Trigger my heal. I'll mention this before. Infusions are sort of reusable potions of sorts. What in other games would be just a straight up potion. In this game, it's a infusion that you can slot in and rework. In fact, I have another infusion. Might as well use it. No reason to hold on to it. And now I actually have 4 slots because I bought an extra one with my free Cornac point, but I haven't found any more, so. Yep, no, come on, punch, punch, punch. Figuring out the level. Oh, almost dying. Okay. The amount of health I gain from draining assault does go up over time. Like now I'm getting 8. So it does start to improve the more points I get in the various things. Now I'm level 4. I can acquire tier or second tier abilities. This one's pretty good because it lets you survive HP going under 0, so essentially it gives you extra HP. And it heals you and a bunch of other things. I'm going to put both those away for a little bit. Put a point in incinerating blows to give me an extra radius. And increase my stun ability. Yeah, why not? Point to accuracy, always important for non-dex classes. That you do not want to skimp on accuracy unless you've got a healthy coding of dex as your main stat, just because eventually you'll run into not being able to hit things. It's a very late and very early game problem. Most classes can kind of get by them mid-game without it, but because you start getting like incidental dexterity on gear. But you don't want to totally ignore it, otherwise your early game's going to be really crap. And, just generally you don't want to, miss something important. Oh, come on. I hate these guys. Ugh, man, those imps are the worst. The only good thing is when you open a door and you're close enough that you can just, like, hit it. Just rush. Punch it in the face. Okay. Cleared out everything. Now we're going to do the Guardian dude. Planar controller. This is going to be really easy because there's only one thing I can do, and that is to just keep punching him in the face. Drag him out of his fear escape thing, and then you're good. So just like that, we're level 5, and we are moving out. I'm going to go ahead and get my magic up to 20. Going to use get a fiery Aegis. Aegis? I think it's Aegis. Fire Aegis is great. This is kind of the upside of doing all that random AoE damage, is that you get this massive shield that you can draw and you pull the fire off of everybody else, turn it into a shield, and then when the shield expires, it burns everybody around you, putting fire back on them. So you're essentially, it's just fire all the time, just 100% fire. Alright. We find ourselves here, which isn't a bad place to start in the scintillating caves. The big problem you run into is if you run into a bunch of fire crystals or like a rare. There's a fire crystal right there. So if that happened, especially if it's a rare, I mean normally it's actually not that bad, but if it's a rare it turns into a real issue. Yeah, I want to boost that a little bit. Well, yeah. Two more magic, one more strength, put another point to fire Aegis. Let's do another point in heavy armor training. So you can see here I've got a shield on me with a value of 173, which is almost my entire health score, and that's just from like 2 enemies with a shield on them at level 1. So it ends up quite effective. Let's see here, did I get anything useful? Spellhunt Remnants I can't even use because I am 100% a magic class. A little bit of armor can't hurt. Yeah. These purple guys are rares, and I generally do not want to go around with rares. I am going to okay. What is its abilities? Okay, let's see here. It's got okay, so it's a steam saw worm. This worm is wielding a steam saw somehow. However that works. Well, it's dead now. Steam saws are part of the second DLC, which included its own campaign. The Saw Butcher is really overpowered, and running into Saw Butcher rares is kind of a problem right now. Because you run into a rare, and then it murders you. It's not so bad right now, but once they start rolling with more abilities and stuff, you can really get steamrolled. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Alright, down to the next level. A ring. I'll hold off on that. Get some loot. Give it time for it to... Okay. Yeah, one of the irritating parts about this level is all of the crystals that like to just keep teleporting around, so you can't kill them, and they also interrupt your resting. Okay, so that is another rare. We're going to check out its talents. It has, let's see here, backstab, combination kick. So it's a grappler bear, which is actually not a great combo for me. Well, it's not a great combo for enemies in general. I don't have a ton of problems dealing with it, but I certainly have as much problems as anybody does, because grapplers are relatively powerful, and then attaching that to a bear, you know, is generally not a great setup. So I'm just going to play it safe here. Steal the burn for the shield. Still at 71. Hit him. Okay, at this point, I'm just going to keep on running because I have more... I'm quicker than the bear is. So... as long as I'm careful... Ah, man. I'm going to run back upstairs real quick. At the very least, I'll be able to clear out my whole... Oh, this is good, actually. Restful... Oh, yeah, definitely walk upstairs. Almost made a big mistake there, which is you don't want to get stuck on a landing... Ah, man, I could use that. Yeah, well. So I'm going to go run away. Because I don't want to screw that bear anymore. At least not right now. We're going to go to Last Hope. We're going to get ourselves... Or we're going to go to... I mean, I probably should just go to Last Hope. Yeah, we're going to go Last Hope. Okay, so Last Hope is the first major town in Tales of Maj'eyal. The world map is not randomly generated, just the dungeons. We're going to find ourselves a new weapon. Great sword. So we want a tier 3, if we can. It's actually probably more strength than I can handle, but that's fine. It's not a bad place to be at. Great Sword of Massacre. 25% chance to put talents on cooldown. I am going to take this Greatsword of Massacre all the way to the bank. Not only is it cheap, which is good, because it's one less thing I need to worry about, but it is very effective. Massacre is a great... It just adds flat damage. So you can see here it's going to like more than double the damage I deal. I'm going to pick up this here Steel Mail Armor of the Deep, just so I have a water-breathing thing for later. Okay, now I spent all my gold. So I'm going to go do another level over there, just so I can get a little bit more experience, get up to the point where I can actually equip this stuff. I'm not that far. This is the Reloring camp. These are Elvish outlaws or something. Honestly, not 100% sure. It doesn't really matter. I keep bleeding. Oh. Okay. Survived that. The big problem with this is there's a lot of mages. Mages in general in this game are dangerous. These mages are dangerous and it's early. So you just have to be careful. They don't deal a ton of damage, but they deal enough that, like, you know, if you just blindly walk towards one, you can maybe get killed. Especially they roll up as a rare. I mean, this will only be useful for another minute or so, but hey, I mean, why not? Get a little bit of kill on. A real downside to equipping things, not like there's an auction house. And next level. Luckily, the mages will fight... Ooh, okay, cool. So that's what I was looking for. Get my 24 strength. One more point in magic. Let's put a point into weapons mastery. Another point into fiery aegis, because why not? And let's equip our sweet-ass greatsword. Now we just need to fight this guy and not die. Oh, he's a cursed. Okay. Well, the good news is that cursed are not all that great. Yep. So now we're just going to plow through things for probably the next while of the game. Probably won't have a significant challenge until Old Forest, which is not great. Or is difficult. I don't know. Having trouble thinking. Do. What are you? Okay, so it's a rogue dragonling. Steal all the shields. So now, or steal all the fire. Now I've got a shield. Turn 34 damage, which is enough that I can feel relatively confident in just like holding still. You know, speak of the devil. I forgot that they are red dragons and are immune. Ah, damn it. Okay, well. Get one more. Come on. Come on, you good jerk. Okay, cool. Always remember in games like this, you can drag things into doorways or other areas. Anywhere you can... That guy just exploded. Anywhere that you can narrow the amount of enemies you have to fight at once, that can work against you as well, but in general it'll be good. Let's see if I can do a rush on this dude. Nope. He stunned me before I could stun him. Okay. Pretty cool. Okay. My randomly generated belt, which seems okay. Got my randomly generated hat. Seems okay. Yeah, why not? Yeah. Oh, shit. Ah. Mages are the problem in this game. Constantly. Which I guess is in line with the mythos, which is basically that magic ruined the whole world. But if you do something stupid like that and just charge out into a room full of mages, you will get your shit kicked in, and then it will be very sad. No additional light radius, but I'll take extra stuff. Okay. Oh, why did I do that? Oh. Well, it worked out in the end. Do I have anything I should really equip like right away? Do some life regen. Don't really need it. Yeah, extra magic, why not? Transmogrify some of this stuff. Get it off my pack so I'm not carrying it around. That stupid wizard is going to be a pain in my dick. So let's just... Okay. The good news is that the wizard... I mean, none of the AI in this game is amazing, so... Most things just kind of shuffle toward you continuously, which is not a problem to deal with. So... Point there, point there. Burning Curse. I believe this triggers into Fiery Aegis as well. So I'll just go ahead and do that. And now we're going to go back and beat up that bear. I should not have gotten rid of that Rod of Annulment. Well. No time like the present. That guy, that guy. Alright. Come on, you son of a bear. Oh. Stupid bear is still giving me a run for my money, which is, like, just really irritating, if nothing else. Okay, great. So, let's go ahead and beat up the boss, so I can get to him. Stupid slime things. Yeah, might as well. I don't have anything else I need in that slot right now. On the plus side, the boss is not going to be as difficult, I hope. What sort of bear are you? You are a... Oh, it's a Wormic bear. Well, that's good because Wormics are kind of terrible. They're supposed to be like literal dragon warriors. Like again, it's like a heavy metal album cover. The problem is that Wormics just don't have a lot of coherence. The design right now is based around, you know, having like, oh, well, there's like 4 different dragon types. You pick a couple. It just doesn't really come together in anything that's all that useful because, like, of the different dragon types, only like a few of them are any good at all. Oh, come on. Only a few of them are any good at all, and then even those are not... I mean, it's not amazing. It's nothing you're going to write home about. Let's go ahead and do Fear Fire. This one will... Basically, it's a short-range teleport that does damage in AoE. It's nice to have a short-range teleport. There's really no downside there. So, very much a yes. They're pointing there. Why not? Put our point there. Get that radius up. And let's put a point accuracy. And just I'm kind of just growing strength and magic approximately at the same rate. It doesn't have to be perfect. There's no... a big thing there. That's a pile of immunities. Hmm. Hmm. Wow. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. But maybe it is. I don't know. I'm not very good, so... That is how it goes. We are going to go to Dearth. We're going to go ahead and do the arena quest real quick. You have to do it before level 13. Oh, come on. Because at level 13, the town gets attacked. Hmm. It's interesting that the demon fire effect hits me as well. But I guess it's not really that big of a deal considering how little it seems to be doing. I bet that there is a... I bet there's an upside to that at some point. Cutaway Spirit is quite good. Removes all detrimental effects, so it's not a very big problem. Got a couple. You get free generics for doing this. I am going to do Surge Power, and I am going to put another point in Heavy Armor Training. Yep, some staves I don't need. We're probably good here. Let's talk to the Alchemist. There's 3 alchemists in the game. Each one of them gives you a different quest. That quest gives you 1 of 3 rewards. I can always use more crit chance, although what I really want is a Grimly the Hermit, who gives much better. He gives you talent points. Stroll the end, and let's go fuck up a water ogre. Steal everybody's fire. And then set them on fire again. That is just, oh man, I really love that ability. Strength magic. Let's do... Yeah, no point in there. And... Urok, turn into a demon. Sometimes fierce will heal you. That's always nice, I guess. Go up. I'm gonna need Fiery Torment eventually, so I'll start building towards it. It allows you to reduce the fire resistance of anything you're fighting, which is really handy when you're fighting, you know, like fire dragons and stuff. I believe there's another benefit to it, but I don't remember what it is. So. Summertide File. Summertide File is pretty good. So your 3 magic, acid, physical save. Yeah. Ooh, but does this actually give me more? Oh. I'll throw it into my inventory, worry about it later. This is a secret area. I mean, secret being some really big air quotes there because it's not secret at all. This is a semi-hidden area at the end of Trollmire, which you get to by collecting all 3 of the scrolls, one of which drops off of Prox, the final boss of Trollmire, and then at the end you find this hidden Trollmire treasure. It has a boss in it. It's not the end of the world. The guy's not that tough. The big thing is that if you were vulnerable to physical damage early on, you can definitely get fucked up pretty hard. So there's that. Yeah, fire resistance. Pointed unarmed. I'm sure there's a really good way to tell how much points you're supposed to put in combat accuracy. I probably overdo it because I don't want to find myself in a place where I can't hit things. And I don't plan on putting a lot of points into Dex at any point in this build. So... let's open a chest. Oh, guarded, but wow. I guess that was a big deal. So I guess it was a Rand boss. Rand bosses drop like this giant pile of loot, which I just one-shot, so I mean that's cool. a Great Maul that is probably not better than what I'm using. Yeah, I still don't think it's probably better. Well, lower swing rate and everything. Yeah, it's probably not better. A steam saw, which I can't use at all. Sledge grip, which is great if you can use its stats, which I can't really. Impenetrable shield. Yeah. Go ahead and get my shield on. I guess one nice thing about the flame teleport is that you can sense monsters nearby after you use it, which can be useful for when you want to like a short-range track that you set yourself on fire to do. Okay, here we are. I was gonna burrow through the wall, but instead I did not. So let's teleport over. So now I'm healing myself for like 96 when I do my attack. So it's draining assault is, you know, ramping up to be better and better over time. And he's dead. I'll get out of the way of that. Drop a shield. And let's get out of here. Cloud Caller, lightning, don't really need. Alright, let's go see if we can taunt the rogues into attacking us. And we did. This dungeon you need to unlock in order to get the merchant, who late game lets you spend a ton of money in order to make random unique equipment, which is quite good. So yeah, clarity ring, spellblade shard. Linen hat of decomposition. A little bit of resistance. Well, whatever. Oh, gained a level. Let's put a point into, is this sustained? Negative effects reduce positive effects. I just don't see this being very good. Once every 6 turns. Like, maybe if that goes down, I don't think it does. So, another point in here. Yeah, another point in there. Why not? Be good to get a little bit more. And a point in here. Yeah, a single point in demonic blood's probably not a bad idea. 2, 1, go. There's a henchman right here. You can't see him, but he's right there. So I'm gonna smack him. Some schmicky schmacks in order to trigger this fight on my own terms. Let's start by poking the son of a bitch. So the Assassin Lord is somewhere here. Invisible. Oh, and he's dead. Okay. Nothing a little slamming with a two-hander can't fix. And now we leave. Don't say a fucking word to that shopkeeper. Oh, okay. Rescued him anyway. If these are patrols, and I'm gonna try and take one just because I'm feeling a little dumb. And generally, you don't want to fuck with patrols. They do, however, drop pretty dang good gear. So it's kind of a trade-off, right? On one hand, you can get some great gear from fighting patrols. On the other hand, it is 3 heroes, essentially, who will just fuck your shit up. So, like, this guy is a rogue. Get my shield up. Hit him. Teleport away. See if I can get some distance between us to heal. Okay, cool. If I could get it. Okay, what is this? You are a... Shield defense, 2-handed assault? Huh. Well, he knows confuse, and he probably knows rush. Confuse is really irritating. Yep. Alright, well, I am now paying for my decision. But his confuse is on cooldown, I believe. Get my shield up. I'm stunned for a couple turns. This is a physical, so I'll cleanse the physical off with my wild infusion. Alright, cool. Did I get anything good? Blazebringer Steel Greatsword? No, none of this is all that great. Radiant Steel Armor. Yeah. Sometimes they'll drop much nicer gear. Grimly the Hermit. So you screaming halfling, you run into the wilderness, but he can give you an elixir of focus, which gives you class talent points, which is great. We've done all... No, we haven't done all 6. Oh, man, I keep forgetting Cornac. Cornac's gain XP like buku. So let's fuck up a bear and a shadow. Like you do. Oh, and it's the bear. Let me just poke him with Fiery Torment, which he shrugged off, and then hit him with that, hit him with that, hit him with that, and he's dead. Okay, so there is a shadow here, which means that there is somebody around here who can summon shadows. That rare right there. Which I killed. Alright. Gonna go over here. So I either want range enough that I can charge, or I want no range at all so I can take a step forward and smack him in the face. I'll take either one. If I'm low on charge cooldown, or if my charge cooldown isn't up, then I'll just take the step forward and smack. I'm relatively tough as Doombringer, so... Yeah. Okay, there we got Storming the City. Gotta go ahead and do Heart of the Gloom. Store the last area. Let's go ahead and just hit this wolf right in the head. That, one of the things I got from somebody, was it the belt? And, oh, no, is this. The totem I'm using gives me a chance to blind, which is always nice. There is a penalty to fighting when blind. I don't remember what the exact penalty is, but something at least. And there was a fox, and now there isn't a fox. Yep. Exotic weapons, not that useful for me. And this seems like as good a place as any to call it. So we made our way through the first 6 dungeons. We bought some gear. We've gone over basically the basic playstyle with the Doombringer. Definitely getting Cauterized Spirit. And Vessel's Shield looks like it could be pretty good. Point, point, point. All right. Thanks for tuning in.